name is Jordan.
And my name is Chloe, and we are your hosts for Channel 7, giving you the latest updates in rationing in America.
Rationing affected every family in the U.S. because it limited how much everyday items everyone got. Let's go to Daniel, who is interviewing American citizens in the street.
Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a couple of quick questions?
Yeah, sure.
How has rationing affected you and your family?
It affected me greatly because I don't get a lot of tokens for my family because of the government. And since I have a really small family, it limits the use of everyday items such as meat, milk, and gas. It affected me greatly. But even though it's for a war effort, it makes me proud to serve my country and help them survive.
Thank you very much. Now back to you, Chloe and Jordan.
Thanks, Daniel, for getting us a look inside the important opinion of loyal American citizens.
Now we are going to interview the head of the OPA on his opinion and knowledge about rationing. But first, let's take a commercial break.
This morning, I had another talk with the German Chancellor, Herr Hitler. And here is the paper which bears his name upon it as well as mine.
A certain German Chancellor has lost his head. He's going to get a headache somewhere else instead. And he will be retiring very soon to join a certain Kaiser down in Doon. Adolf, you've bitten off much more than you can chew. Come on, hold your hand out. We're all fed up with you. God blimey. Adolf, you toddle off, and all your Nazis too. Or you may get something to remind you of the old red, white, and blue.
Hi, we are now back on Channel 7 News. Here with Charlie to tell us why rationing is so important.
Rationing is important because it limited everyday items that were used by everyone. Some examples were shoes, coffee, meat, milk, and gasoline. To give you an idea of how this works, all red and blue stamps were worth each 10 points. Red and blue tokens were worth 1 point. Each one had a certain use. Blue were used for processed food and red were used for meats and fats. These tokens and stamps were issued after the attack on Pearl Harbor. And the first rationing book is called the Sugar Book. Items were passed out evenly between families depending on the size of their family.
Well, you surely have a wide assortment of coupons there, but let's see if you have enough of the right kind. No, I'm afraid those coupons aren't for shoes. That one's for meats and fats. You see, the production of meats and fats takes materials and land, and feed required for the animals. And of course, we all know there's a shortage of manpower just now. That means fewer cattlemen to manage the herds, fewer ranchers to tend the chickens and pigs. You see, the ration points are designed to make sure that, in these times of shortages, everyone gets their fair share. But more importantly, they make sure that our boys overseas get 3 squares a day. After all, hungry GIs don't win wars. Let's see what else you have. Now that's also a food ration coupon, but in this case, it's for dried and processed foods. In many ways, processed and dried foods are the best value for your dollar. They have a shelf life that's practically infinite. That means less waste due to spoilage. And as we all know, waste puts victory right into the hands of the Krauts. No, I'm afraid those are for coffee. You know, coffee comes from South America, and that means shipping. More shipping coffee for you means fewer GIs shipped to the South Pacific to take on those Tojo stooges. Nope, that one's for sugar. Now that one is for tires. You see, when the Japs attacked Pearl Harbor, they also captured American rubber plantations in Asia. This means that every bit of rubber must be saved for Jeep tires, watertight gaskets on submarines, and many other uses. That is a very important coupon. Perhaps the most important of all, gas. Battleships don't steam, bombers don't fly, and tanks don't chase Jerry out of France without fuel. Never buy more than you need. That puts Hitler in the driver's seat.
This is our newscast. Thank you for choosing Channel 7 News.
Real Hollywood.
Take one.
Thanks, Daniel, for getting us a look inside the important opinion of loyal
Take three. I was recording. Go.
Oh.
Take 7.
Go, Austin. Go.
That's a freaking...
Back over.
What the fuck?
You guys need to cállate la boca.
Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you a couple of questions?
Yeah, sure.
Go. Excuse me, sir. Can I ask you an important question?
Yeah, sure. Okay, I'm done.
Okay. We wanted you to get the grandma. That's Charlie.
No!
Go. What? Hey. What? Dude, he's zooming in on it. No, he recorded it.